welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a lovely day. So it's evening here where I am, and we're going to just get into the cards. I've got some moon cards here to pull and some tarot and also the runes, and I might even use the tea cards because if you've been watching my videos lately you'll know that I'm a little bit obsessed with them at the moment. So let's just see what the current energy is for you right now, what we can tell you today, what is going on for you. Something about hope. Somebody's hoping. Ponder. Someone's having a ponder. So there's some things on your mind and things that you're kind of hoping and wishing for. Let's have another little see. Release. So you could be sort of feeling a little bit, maybe shedding some tears over this, maybe having a little bit of a feeling that's just releasing a little bit of emotion. Maybe this has been surprising for you. Maybe you felt quite a lot of emotion coming from a situation that's really made you think, really made you wonder. Perhaps it's been surprising for you. That's the word I'm getting. It's kind of like something that's quite been surprising how you feel about it, how emotional you are feeling about it. And this has been since sort of around the new moon sort of time. So let's see where we're at. So that would have been around like the 23rd of the month kind of thing. Sorry, that's full moon. I mean, not new moon. But as we enter into the new moon, which will be on the 6th of June, so we're coming into the new moon now, you're kind of in this period of thinking and releasing, I'm getting from this at this time, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it's almost like it's helping you to make some choices, make some decisions here. So I'm going to pick what runes we've got for you around this right now. We have Tiwas. This is about commitment, and this is about, I feel this is why you're looking at a bit of a ponder on this, because it's maybe something that you will need to sacrifice in order to achieve this. It's a kind of a life-changing event that you are thinking about. It's quite a big change, a big commitment that you are thinking about at this time. It's very interesting because whoever's watching these readings at the moment, and I'm guessing sometimes it is the same kind of people, there's something that keeps coming up about marriage and contracts and like a big commitment, something that's going to really sort of, if you choose it, is going to change your life quite dramatically, and you know that's why you're pondering. So this is kind of throwing you into, you're really observing yourself at this time and wanting to make the right decision, but you're hopeful that the outcome is going to be, I'm getting realistic, but also right for you, okay? So it's almost like there are other options you could have that are also realistic, that you could also have, but there's one specific thing that you seem to be stuck on that's creating a lot of release for you. There's a lot of emotion around it that I feel was unexpected. Like if the thought of letting this particular thing go is painful for you. And there's something about the relationship with yourself as well. So it's kind of making you really look at yourself on a deeper level as to like, who am I? What do I want from my life? Eros can come out in relationships with other people as well, but sometimes it's a symbol of the relationship you have with yourself. And sometimes when we're looking at relationships with others, we can only really meet people at the level that we've met ourselves. And that's what you're noticing, that's what you're recognizing and realizing. And I feel like there's something that you are drawn to, but you don't feel quite ready for, because you haven't got quite deep enough with yourself as yet. So there is this kind of hesitation around that, is what I'm getting from here. Okay, I'm going to get some tea cards out then now for this. So let's just see what the tea cards are kind of suggesting for you. Yeah. Casket. somebody going out of your life or the end of a situation. So that might be what the release is about, is that you are releasing something that has been emotional for you, but it's almost like I see somebody packing a bag, packing some bags, packing some things, making a final decision to end something. And as much as it's sad in a way, you also see light at the end of the tunnel, like a new beginning. And that's what Tiwaz can represent sometimes, is making a sacrifice in order to commit to yourself. And like with every ending, there's always a new beginning. There's always a new beginning. Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. So you have come through something that has been very difficult for you, very heavy for you. This is what you have been wondering about and thinking about for some time. But now you're starting to see the light. You're starting to realise it was for the best. It was meant to be. A ring. This keeps coming out. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Now, I'm feeling the energy lately that this is more romantic than business, if I'm honest. However, there could be a crossover with romantic and business. But I do feel that there is a want for something sacred here. This could be symbolic of something ending relationship-wise and a new beginning and a new relationship beginning. I just said beginning twice there. But this is to do with that commitment to yourself. It's got a deeper meaning than you've ever really had before. So you're moving on from something else and moving into something that has quite a deep meaning for you. And you realise it's a deeper meaning because it makes you feel emotional. And it brings you happiness. There's something to do with plants and flowers around this as well. They're symbolic towards you, especially something purple. Oh, it's a bird actually. I didn't realise that before. There's a little bird in the centre of there. And that could be symbolic again. It looks like a blackbird to me. So it's kind of like the energy of new beginnings. Okay, we've got broken rings. That's interesting. We've got ring and broken ring. So parting of the ways in either romance or business. So that's very interesting because there is definitely this ending of one thing in the beginning of something new. That was with the casket, and now we've got ring and broken ring. So you're breaking it off with somebody and starting something new with somebody else. That is what I'm seeing here. But the most difficult part of that ending, you've already come through that situation. And now you are heading towards happiness. Something new that you are heading into. Let's get some more information on that. Okay. Things aren't easy for you in this separation because we get this Rat card, and this has been coming out recently as well, which is someone working against you or behind your back. So there's an energy there of like almost like you feel like you have to keep looking over your shoulder. This could be to do with a relationship that's been very difficult to end because that person hasn't really let you go. And they may be making it difficult for you in terms of holding on to things of yours so that you have to go and see them, that kind of thing. But they could, yeah, there's something about watch out for things going on in the background behind your back to do with that person that you are ending things with. Okay. Something about a dark-haired man as well. So this could be you, or it could be somebody that you are dealing with or in a relationship with. And it's interesting because we've got two men coming up here. So that's interesting as well because we've got dark man. I just saw fair man on the bottom and then man. So this could be that you are ending the relationship with one man and starting a new relationship with a dark man. I feel like it's the darker haired man that you are going into a relationship with and ending something with this man that could be fair haired. Okay. Now, if you are the masculine here and your relationship is more about women, then this could be you. And it could be to do with another man that's been in the picture. This could be something to do with competition, actually. So take that how it resonates. So if you're the feminine here inquiring about the masculine, this is your new man. This is the new one, and this is the old one. And if you are the masculine here inquiring about feminine, then I feel like the dark-haired one is you, and the other man is competition that you feel. Okay, interesting. So choices. Somebody has a choice, and someone needs to have the courage to step forward. Yeah, so ant, work, achievement and success. It's quite interesting. I've got an ant's nest in my garden at the moment, and I've been watching them working away, but they haven't been out today. Now that could be because of the rain. So I do sense there's somebody that you know that there's work to be done to achieve what you want to achieve, but there's a part of you that just kind of wants to chill. You just want to pause for a moment. That's what the Easter energy is in the middle of there. It's about putting a pause on things just for the moment until you're ready to get back to work. Okay, that's interesting. Now we have dark woman. So dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. So let's go back to that two different collectives then that we were talking about. So if you're the feminine here, then I feel like you are the dark-haired woman, okay? And if you are a masculine here, then this is about a dark-haired woman. And we have mountain, major challenge to overcome. So there is something about this new relationship, I feel, that feels like a bit of an obstacle to overcome. Like there's work to be done to achieve this. Why is there work to be done? What is that about? Why is it requiring some work? Okay. It's requiring some work, I feel, because somebody here is at the moment focused on their career, on their job, on changing things in that sense. And I feel like you want to be focused on that for the moment to be financially secure. So you make sure you've got everything secure before you step into something new, is what I'm feeling. An announcement. So bell and announcement. So that could be heralding this new opportunity, this new job for you. It's almost like they're all going to come together. It's like a soulmate connection and a new job as well. That keeps coming out. I think June's going to be a busy month. But it's all down to like your determination as well. Like there is work to be done on this if you want to achieve what you want to achieve. Yeah, you've got some sorrow, so wreath, sorrow over a loss. You've been through some loss, and I do feel that this is something that you are still recovering from. That's what this release is about. It's like you're understanding a feeling that you maybe haven't expressed before or are struggling to express to others, so you're kind of keeping it under wraps. But there is some sorrow that you're overcoming at this time. I'll say overcoming, you're allowing yourself to feel. You're allowing yourself to feel that. But there is a sadness that's going on there, and I don't feel like you're kind of sharing that with anybody. I feel like you're kind of dealing with it on your own. And disappointment in some affair. So there's something that's been disappointing here. There's been maybe an incident or an event that's happened that's kind of made you feel even more sad, or maybe feel like there's something that you're losing over this. Maybe is somebody cut ties with you. Barrels, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money or goals. So I do sense that feeling in that Easter energy of somebody feeling quite lonely at the moment, feeling quite down on their luck. I do feel that this is possibly to do with this transition of a relationship. There's a struggle there, there's an obstacle to overcome, but there's also an obstacle with your money as well, and with your career, like where you want to go with that, what you want to do. Okay. Whoa. Did you see that? It was like some fireworks or something, wasn't it? Haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. So just know that what you're going through, there may be an element of karma attached to it. You may be separating yourself from a karmic situation, actually, that I feel there's been that sort of disappointment around that, but you're separating yourself from it. You're releasing yourself from it. Somebody is leaving your life. So it feels like actually that's a relief that someone's leaving your life, that energy is going. And cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. So yeah, you aren't feeling great right now. You're not feeling the love, and I don't feel you kind of know what direction you want to take at this time. Okay, I'm going to get one more of these tea cards, and then we're going to just get into the tarot to give you a bit more guidance on where you go from here. Let's have a look. This one's come out before as well. Okay, club. Someone's going to try to make you do something against your will. So there is this rat energy, you know, that person working behind your back. There's a little bit of manipulation going on around a particular person or subject that may be difficult to cut ties with, but it's part of that karmic lesson that you're going through. And you're having to find a way to cut ties with that, to remove that from your life, because you're disappointed with it. You're disappointed with how things have gone, the way things are. And you have an opportunity to put things right, your end, your karma. You have an opportunity to put things right there. And with the elephant, it says a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. You're already on that journey. You're already becoming wiser to this. You're already realizing, actually, I'm the one in the driving seat. I'm the one in control of what happens here and where I take my life. So let's get into these cards then now. So see, let's have a look at this current situation then with you. What's this all about? Current energy for you. Let's have a look. Current energy for you at this time. It's like you really need some inspiration and some clarity on certain aspects of your life. You're keeping your cards very close to your chest. It's almost like you want to know, but you don't want to know. Whoa, okay. I think we're going to put that back. There's a very slow process going on here. Very slow indeed. Oh, I'm just going to pick one. Okay. So, your current energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, there's a new venture. You see the potential in what you want to move towards. You do see the potential in it, and it's almost like you want to come forward and make an offer on there. We had that marriage will take place, a romantic or business. So there's a new idea, a new venture, and I feel like you have planted the seed already, and you're kind of waiting for maybe a response on that. You're waiting for that to come into fruition. So that's your current energy. Now there was a card, I think, that flipped over in here, was there? No, I imagined it. So that's the current energy. So what challenges do we have around this then? Oh, okay. The challenge is that you walked away from something to do with this new venture. It's almost like you had planted the seed, you had an opportunity, but then walked away from it. I'm almost getting an element of regret, feeling like there was a chance that was missed opportunity. And that's kind of been haunting you ever since. Yeah, it's kind of like you kind of carrying that around, this kind of energy of burden feeling like, you know, all is lost. Yeah, there's a real struggle to, you know, that's what you're pondering about. This is what you're releasing about, is you're struggling to forget about it, struggling to move on from it. Actually, I'm going to put that back in there. So that's the challenge right now. So what do you need to focus on then to help you through this? What is it that you need to focus on? So focusing on yourself, focusing on, so that's why we've got T was on there and air was. They're both about the relationship with yourself. They're both about commitment to yourself. So I do feel like you're spending a lot of time focusing on other people and what they bring into your life, when actually what you're being guided to do with Isa in the center there is this self-realization, awakening and revealing to yourself your true potential, what you really want. Because you have been wearing some masks. You've been masking how you've been feeling. You've been masking it to yourself, not just to other people. And there's been a lot of doubt and almost like hopping from one thing to the next because of fear of, if you stop, then you're going to miss out on something else. It's almost like you don't want to miss out on anything. So you've kind of been hopscotching around. I don't know why I wanted to say hopscotch, but I did, so I said it. So there you have it. Yeah, you've kind of had this energy of feeling like that's what you've needed to do. But you're becoming very aware of your ego self right now. You're becoming very aware of possibly an outdated way of thinking. You're realising actually the things that you used to do, the way that you used to go about things isn't actually working for you anymore. It's almost like realising that the only thing that can change in any situation is you. You can't change anybody else. You can't make them be anything that you want them to be. You can only work on yourself. So that's thrown you into this space of self-healing, of realisation. And it's a good place to be in a way, because it is really humbling you. It's kind of helping you to understand, you know, what it is that you need. And you're preparing yourself for that new venture. You're preparing yourself to receive the fruits of that seed that you planted. Okay? It didn't go away. It feels like there's still confidence there. There's still something there. So let's have a look and see. So that's what you're focusing on. What do you need to leave behind then now? Okay, so you need to leave behind the outcome. You need to leave behind what you feel your outcome is, okay? Because there's an energy here. Sometimes I feel if you're a bit too cocky with like a feeling of like, well, I can get what I want, I can have what I want, you've got to leave that cockiness behind. That's what it's asking you to do. It's almost like, you know, anything can change. You're not in control of that. Anything can change at all, okay? That was quite funny. So let's see, what are your strengths right now? What are they asking you in your strengths? At this time. Your strengths right now are within the transition that you're going through. So you made a pact with yourself that you want peace, you want harmony, you want to come away from drama. And that's exactly what you've done, is like you're leaving something quite karmic to enter into something that is more on a soul level, on a deeper level. With that judgment card on there, you've had a realization of actually what brings you peace, what brings you comfort. And right now you are within that transition of this, you know, you've come a long way, but you're still on that journey of self-discovery, of realizing what things are actually holding you back and stopping you from just free flowing. What is the future of this? We've got the King of Wands. So we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands here. So let go of the outcome of finding your queen, if you're a masculine here, if that's what resonates with you. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female here. The King of Wands is about you standing in your power. So this is a person that has learnt the lessons, understood what it's teaching them, and stood in their power, their confidence. You still have that great charisma, but you can fully stand in a true confidence now. In the past, you haven't been stood in a real confidence. It's been a fake confidence, if you like. But this is truly confident now, understanding exactly who you are, what you want, and how you want to go about things. And you're moving into different circles of people that resonate at that level with you. You're bringing a different vibration into your life. So you're vibrating at a different level, or you will be very soon if you're not already. And because of that, you're aligning yourself with people who are also vibrating at that level, which is very good. What advice do we have for you? What advice do we have for you? I do feel there's someone here that perhaps is single at the moment. So you're right in the middle of that transition between ending that relationship and starting a new relationship. Okay, so your advice right now is about you. See, the Seven of Swords is a tricky one, because there's something hidden about a desire that you have. So the advice is about being open and honest about what it is that you truly desire, what you truly want. Because you need to kind of open that chest to receive the gold from there. And I feel like, you know, once you admit that, once you open it up, it's gonna, you know, you're not gonna be able to put it all back in the box, basically. And you know that. So the advice here is sort of like, well, just allow yourself to, you know, be honest with yourself, basically. Be honest with yourself about what it is that you desire at this time. That is the only way you're going to make it through this transition. So let's have a look at your environment currently. What do we have here? There's a lot of secrets. That's come up as well recently. So what about your environment here? Whoa. Okay, so your environment at the moment is about mending things. It's about collaboration. And right now, it's like you're trying to bring your team together, whether that's your spiritual team or whether this is people in your life that you truly trust and feel you can gravitate towards. So you need to surround yourself with people that you know you can trust at this time. But I do see you wanting to repair something. Maybe there's been a disagreement or an argument or something, and you want to repair that with somebody. It always makes me think of Brave, that film, you know, the Scottish Disney film, where she breaks the tapestry with her mom on it, and they go through this whole journey, and in the end they sew the tapestry back up again. But they learnt lessons along the way. You should watch it, it's good. Okay, hopes and fears. What are your hopes and fears at this time? Let's have a look. What are your hopes and fears at this time? What are your hopes and fears at this time? Okay, doesn't look like you have any. Let's see. Okay, so we've got the sun in the reverse position. So usually when the sun is right way up, this is about like something that's joyful, inspirational, like things that you want to manifest, okay? But when it's in the reverse position, this is kind of like self-doubt. There's almost like a nervous energy to it. You got like maybe a negative mindset around something, or there's delays in what you want to achieve. It's like almost like you want to skip the transition, skip the period where things are in the transitional stage and just go from one to the next. But you're recognizing that actually you need that period of time to yourself to really know what it is that you want, that that you're trying to manifest. Almost like believing that what you want to manifest, you can actually have, you can achieve it. So what is the outcome here? What outcome do we have? Okay, Four of Pentacles. So this is about something that you don't want to let go of. So the outcome here is about something that you don't want to let go of at this time. And it looks like it's to do with love. Potentially a soulmate connection here that kind of has you feeling something that you haven't felt before. Yeah, that you don't want to let go of it. Okay. And there is triumph there, and you should be proud of yourself for the work that you've put in, for the effort that you're putting in as well. You've been working hard towards this, and you've been watching it, you've been waiting, you've been there's a time, I feel you're coming into a time of being able to take action. But the work that you have done here is kind of like you've learned a lot of lessons, and that's helped you to up level, almost upgrade yourself in a way. And you have discovered so much about yourself on this journey that it's leading you down this path now to something quite beautiful, it seems. Should we just get one final word on here for you? One final word on this connection. So hopefully this is filling you with, some kind of way forward or definition. Now, we got the Ten of Swords, and I knew there'd be something that would be a spinner on this. Don't take this as a negative, but the only thing that's holding you back from this, that you don't seem to be able to let go of, is this rat situation. This person that holds something over you. And I feel like I'm repeating myself in these readings lately, because this keeps coming out. It's like the same message over and over so somebody obviously needs to hear it. But the Ten of Swords is kind of like an energy of something that's been stabbing you in the back. It's like wounds that aren't healing. And this is what you're working on at the moment. So it's kind of like, allow yourself to stand in your power. Recognize your strengths. Yeah, remember this was your future card. And you don't have to let something stab you in the back and hold you back from what you want to achieve, okay? There's healing here. And I do feel that there is someone around you that could obviously give you some wise counsel or protection even. It's a feminine, I feel like it's a female in your life that can actually almost give you some healing around this, like protection. It feels like, that's what I want to keep saying, is protection. Something wants to protect you from whatever is happening on there, because it's almost like you feel like you want to separate yourself from it. You're trying desperately to do that, but there's some kind of karma around it that needs to be dealt with. Yeah, but don't worry, because a new chapter is on the horizon. There is an end coming to this. There is an ending in sight and a new beginning that leads to that soulmate connection, okay? So I'm going to leave this reading here for you. Now, if you've been watching these videos and this message keeps standing out to you, then I would recommend that you book in for a personalised reading, because there's clearly a message there that needs to come out. But it's difficult when it's a collective, because it's not just for one person. So there's extra things that come out on there. So my details are down in the description box if you would like to book in for a personalised reading. And I wish you all a blessed evening.